Today we're out here with my Labradar. It's a little windy today, so please, I'm sorry about the wind in the background, but we're going to have been coming out and trying this Labradar that I just recently purchased. As you can see, it's a fairly large unit. I have it on a tripod, and I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras to kind of show you how it works. Okay, to turn on the unit, you'll just push this button here. The blue light will come on. It will bring up your main opening screen. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the screen. The other buttons you'll still be able to see as I navigate through the screen. And I don't know how well you can read this. In fact, I think I'm going to move you up just a little bit more. This is not the easiest videoing I've done. Okay, so what you can see there is it's on a Series 2, which is my next shooting session. Okay, so to set this up, what you need to do is go through your menu, which is this top left button, and it's going to pop up velocity units, and you're going to want to set that, and by doing, all you do is hit this, you hit your check mark, and then you choose how you want it to read: feet per second, yards per second, miles per hour, etc. So we want it on feet per second. Your next choice is distance units, and we want it in yards, so we're going to go ahead and check that. Your next choice is weight units, and what you're going to want to do is choose gram or grain, and this is for your bullet weight. Next, you're going to select the velocity range: rifle, handgun, or archery. If it's over 1,700 feet per second, you want rifle. If it's under 700 feet per second, you're going to want archery. So 700 to 1,700 approximately is handgun. So we're shooting a rifle today. Go on down, set the projectile offset, and what that is how far this unit is away from my muzzle of my gun. And I have it set at 18 inches. You can go to, up to 12. You can go higher or lower. Next up is my set distances, where I want it to read. So I want this to read, it's going to read at the muzzle, then again at 25, 50, 75, and 100. And then I just have 107. That's going to be beyond target. I just set that up so I knew it would be beyond target. Okay, your next one is your projectile weight, and you're going to want to put in your projectile weight on this. And today we're shooting a 6.8. I'm going to put about 120 grain bullet in it, is what I believe it is. I don't know for sure, but that's what we're going to go with. Arm time, it's how long it will stay armed when it's shooting. So it's going to go for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, or 230 seconds. In between shots before it will shut down and go to screensaver. Okay, your next is your screensaver, and then your next one is your trigger source. And this is on a regular gun, a rifle. You're going to want to use the trigger where it goes off the trigger noise to set off the chronograph. Your next one is your trigger level. And this is your variance of how well it picks up the trigger level. If you're having problems, you might go up to 5. Level 1 is the weakest. 5 is the strongest. And we're going to go ahead and go up to level 8. Okay. Next is your channel. If somebody else is on the same channel as you, if there's 2 people out here with them, you can change your gigahertz channel. Next is your power. You got low or standard. I'm using a USB or a external power source, so I can use it on standard. If you're using the AA batteries, you might want to keep it on low, just so it doesn't eat the battery so fast. And then of course your system date, system time, factory reset, and then about. So that's kind of the main menu on this. So I'm going to do some shooting with this, and we'll see how this thing works. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and shoot on this, and you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to push the bottom button on the lower left to arm it. It will do this screen, and then it will turn to an orange yellowish color. So let's go ahead and shoot one and see if it'll pick it up. Okay, that first one went 28.29. At 25 yards, it's 27.32. At 50 yards, it's 26.31. And at 75, it's 25.41. I'm having a little problem with it picking all the way up to 100, but my main interest, of course, is the close up right now is what I'm interested in. I can calculate what that last one is if I have my bullet coefficient. So let's go ahead and shoot 4 more. $28.18 on that one. $28.81 on that one. $28.10 on that one. And $28.39. So you can see we have a little bit of variation on the ammo. That's going to, of course, affect accuracy and other things. And I'm sorry, I keep on bumping the camera, but let's go ahead and get you zoomed back in. It's kind of a tight fit right here today. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you out. I'm going to hit this bottom left button. This is the one I used to arm it. And I'm going to hold it until it turns blue. I'm just going to push it once it turns blue. Now I'm going to hold it for 2 seconds. Okay, now it brings up my Series 2. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom back in. This is what mine did during the shot. So shot 5, shot 4, shot 3, shot 2, shot 1, and then I can hit the wrong one. I can see what my average was, 28.35. My highest was 28.81. My lowest was 28.10. I had an extreme speed, or my deviation was 27.6. The difference in speed was 71 feet per second, and my number of shots. As you can see, that gives me a lot of information. Now I can save this to an SD card, which is in it, and or whatever. Now, if I want to go ahead and set a new series, which I'm going to do right now. Okay, so if I want to go back and start a new series, what I'm going to do is hold the second button on the left, and it's going to bring up a deal saying, do you want to create another series? Or if you want to create a new series, and you just hit the check mark yes. And so now we're on to Series 3. That way you can keep track of how each gun performed and how it did. So, as I say, this is a Labradar. Hopefully I'll be using it in most of my videos coming up, so we can get speed and see what our standard deviation on this stuff is, and get a little bit more info out to you guys on reloading. So, thanks again for watching.